have been expectations thrown in the Los Angeles Lakers' way. They're struggling right now at 8-7. We'll see what they do moving forward. But I've been focused on the Golden State Warriors. These brothers are special, D Wade. I mean, could you speak to how special they truly, truly are? Because shot makers rule the day in basketball, and those brothers have a few.
You know what? It's beautiful watching them play basketball. You know, as a fan of the game, to watch Golden State, the way they share the wealth, the way they share the basketball, I've gotten a better appreciation for Draymond Green since I've retired and really watched this guy. I mean, he's a point guard. Like, he is one of the best playmakers in the game. But Steph Curry, he proved it last year. He proven again this year. He is one of the greatest to ever play this game. He's on that Mount Rushmore from the standpoint of changing the face of the game. But to see young guys like Poole, to see GP, to see GP the second get his opportunity, those things right there. That's what sport is about. And Steve Kerr is doing an amazing job of allowing those guys to play free, and the excitement that they bring him, man. It's just, I mean, it's just a place you want to be. It's just basketball that you want to watch.
I'm going to go someplace else with you with this next question I'm going to ask, because you guys, LeBron, Chris Bosh wasn't the first big three. Really, it was KG. It was Ray Allen. It was Paul Pierce in Boston with Rondo before y'all assembled in Miami, and we get all of that. We've seen what followed with KD going to Golden State. We see now what Kyrie going.
Wait a minute.
Yes, what?
Jordan, Dennis Rodman, and Scottie Pippen wasn't a big three?
No. I'm not.
Keep going.
Excuse me, I'm not saying that they weren't big threes. I'm talking about, Rodman was acquired, but I'm saying Scottie Pippen and Jordan came up together. I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it. Here's where I'm going. As you see Milwaukee win the championship, you see Brooklyn with some of their struggles for reasons we don't need to get into right now. You see the Lakers having a little bit of trouble. As you reflect on the effect that some would say y'all big three in Miami had on the game of basketball, what is it about that big three that was in Miami that you feel all of us have been missing throughout the years when we talk about the big three being assembled in Miami? Take it from there.
Well, I mean, that team was assembled, and I think why that big three stands out is because of the player empowerment of it all, right? That was decided by three guys, three players. It wasn't decided by teams. It wasn't a trade. Eventually it became trades to make it all work, but it wasn't decided through organization. And so I think that's why our big three was such an important part of the game of basketball. It's an important story in the game of basketball. And so what I loved about it is I thought we did a great job playing GM with each other and making sure we put the right chemistry of guys with CB and Brian and myself, of our personalities in our game. I thought we did a great job of putting the right chemistry together. And so, that's the biggest thing you look at. You just look at the chemistry, and it takes a while sometimes. It's taking it's taking the Lakers a while. I remember they're 8-7. Remember, we were 9-8. And I'm not saying they're us, but I'm saying, like, it takes time sometimes to figure it all out. And I thought for us, we just really wanted to, Stephen A. Like, it was no other choice for us. Like, it wasn't okay, if I got to take less shots, that's what I have to do. If my points got to go down, that's what it has to do. Because ultimately it's about one thing, and it was about that championship.
Yeah, and you got it done, the want and the will. Dwayne, I'm starting to take this personally because everyone brings up LeBron's age, and him and I are the same age, and I feel like I'm just getting started. But with that being said, how likely is this current Lakers squad to reach the finals this year?
I don't know. I don't think none of us knows. I think one thing we do know is that they have the talent and they have the veteran, the veteran play that they need if they get in a 7-game series. We do know that. But we also know how health plays an important part in the game of basketball, especially as the older players. So we know that they have talent. We know that they have Hall of Famers. But we don't know if they're going to be able to be there at the end together. We don't know if because of injuries throughout the year, when you have an older team, you don't be able to build that chemistry, that camaraderie, that everything that you need to be able to win a Game 7 on the road. So it's all going to be determined on health, and it's all going to be determined on LeBron James being on that court.
Well, let's not forget you believe in your Utah Jazz as well, because that brother Donovan Mitchell is a star. So I'm not going to forget about him. I don't know about the rest of the dudes with him. I got to see. But I believe in that brother. Let me say this to you, D. Wade. I mean, as I think about often we talked about LeBron, Jordan, Mount Rushmore, whatever. I want to switch it up. I want to ask you about you. We talk about Jordan as an off guard. We talk about Kobe as an off guard. Well, damn it, you got 3 rings. You going into the Hall of Fame first ballot without question. That's right, Gabby. I said it, so she ain't got to call me getting on me about that. Yeah, you going to the Hall of Fame, no question. First ballot. Where do you rank yourself as one of the all-time off guards in the history of basketball?
You can't do that to me. You can't do that to me, Sidney. I'm not going to answer that question. That's not for me. That is not for me to answer.
Okay.
Listen, I laid my body.
Take a sip first. Is LeBron the best he's ever been right now?
I think so. And I think because he's getting slower and the athleticism is going down just a little bit. Just a little bit. He has to think more. He has to play the game smarter, wiser. So something most people had to do at like 31, 30. He's doing it now.
Right.
So instead of just using his brute strength like he was when he was younger, he has to be wiser now.
Yeah.
So I think, this is like his best basketball. Or just overall.
Watching him the other night, obviously went back to Cleveland, hit up 40-something, 46. But I was watching the way he played the game. And I got a chance to see him at what we think was his best LeBron in 2012. We feel like that was the best LeBron that we've seen, right? And it was at times where maybe everybody on the outside or even inside, you were frustrated because you were like, Bron, just do that. Just take a guy to the block. And there were certain things he just wouldn't do at certain times. And so now I watch his game and I say, does he have a weakness in his game? And I start from the rim all the way back to half court. He can do everything. Well, no, let's take it even back. Let's take it all the way back from the rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Right? He does everything now. So now he's good at everything. He's shooting high 40 and 3 points now. And his range is out to the logo.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Him mid-range. He can post you up. He can face you up. He's still going to dunk on you. His ability to see the floor now is so much. It's better now because he's seen every coverage. Like, it's at the point now where I'm looking at this guy. I said, I've never seen nobody get better at 36 years old. Like, this doesn't happen. And I feel like this is the best, as a fan now, I'm watching, I think this is the best LeBron that I've seen. And he's not jumping over, hitting his elbow on the rim. He's just hitting his right here on the rim now, but it's changed, but I've never seen this before.
Like this is that he's more, it was funny, he's more complete.
Yeah, he's more complete. There you go.
Because in other sports, Tom Brady might be the exception too, but when you get older, you get smarter because you got more experience. But then physically, you're in the decline.
And he didn't lose that. So normally when I
spent $1 million to take care of his body.
Dang, I wish if I could just I see it. So he didn't lose his athleticism. And take care of his body, like he does an amazing job, but the man above said, boom, you're blessed. Let's get away from that. Take care of he does it, he spends a lot of money. I know a lot of people who do it and spend a lot of money and it didn't work. You know what I mean? The man above said, I'm gonna give you everything but a headline. I'm just gonna give you everything. That's my guy. I always talk. But he has it. And so now he's unlocked it all. He has it's nothing in his mind. He don't think about shooting a logo pull-up. Because he doesn't have, back when he was even in his prime, when he was the best MVP, he still had a lock in certain things, whether it was in his three-point shot or whether it was in his free throw, whatever it is. He doesn't have a lock anymore. The only thing that he ain't doing is shooting 90% from the free throw line. That's the only thing left for this man to do. Outside of that, he can do everything else on the floor.
And I'm just trying to think what unlocked it. Was it the Cleveland team when he had to do more himself?
That's a good question.
Probably when it started unlocking every year he won.
Yeah, every year you see
when he won. Now that monkey gets off his back, and now he's going to the next year, trying some things that he didn't try the year before. You win your second championship. Okay, he's going to start doing some different stuff. Then he goes in, gets the monkey off his back in Cleveland. Then you just start seeing just more outspoken, different guy. You just see it evolving. Before it was more sheltered. I'm more of, it's more of a shelter. Got to worry about what I say. I'm already getting criticized for leaving. Like I remember when I watched him say his decision. Oh, you can see that was a scared.
Tight.
That was a scary move. Like it was like he had to say it to himself twice to make sure he said it. Like, yeah, I'm going to take my talents to Miami. I'm going to take my talents to Miami. Like, it was just, he was trying to convince.
This how nervous he was. He said South Beach. First of all. I'm playing South Beach. That's how nervous,
Yeah, that's what I said. But it was one of so you can see that nervous guy to who he is now, just the battle.
And then too, as you get older, we watch guys before. It's like me and Brown would watch Kobe, and we'd watch Kobe interviews, and when he got older, he just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And we were like, can't wait to get to that age.
Yeah.
And now Brown's at the age where not only do he don't care what you say because you're gonna say what you're gonna say, but now he comes with, he's polished. He comes with the information and the knowledge that he needs, not only in basketball, which we know is another level, but now he has it from a world standpoint now, when it comes to everything he's doing in his foundation and more than a vote and all those things. So now he brings the polish with the education with it, and also I don't give. So I'm gonna be like when he came on and said I think that put me on as the greatest. Nobody would have said that. Nobody says that. You don't know. He's like,